play with anybody in this state.
I'm one of the best. I'm Buckingham. I'm coming.
Big step this year into being under the top 2027 teams in Georgia this year.
My name is Max Burr with NGS and Certified Athletes, and I'm here with
Coach Maxwell, Cedric Maxwell.
So, Coach Maxwell, how did the idea of creating triangle offense first come to you?
The idea came with Twan, one of my good friends. His son was a 7th grade team. I've been coaching for a while. At the time, he was a 6th grader, and he was looking for an opportunity of starting a program. And I kind of was invested in it. So what we did, we looked around and seen the landscape of kids and teams that were available, and kind of made the decision to start up a team.
So do you still coach today?
Yeah, so I still coach today. I'm actually assistant coaching this year with this 2027 team. I was head coach last season and the prior season before that. It's just a lot of times what I want to do is kind of build this program up into maybe other age groups. So I kind of took a step back in that and kind of more of a director role. But I'm still very involved.
Okay. Athletes, and I'm here with
Tyler Barnes.
What team you play for and what class are you in, Tyler?
Triangle Offense, I'm class 2027.
Triangle Offense is one of the best independent teams in Georgia. How does it feel to play on one of the best independent teams in Georgia?
It feels good because like our brotherhood and our family and stuff is like strong, and like when we come together, it's easy to win.
How did you find this organization and what made you stick with it?
Me and Christian, we play each other since rec, and we've been staying with each other. And he heard about Triangle, then he went to the tryout, and then he told me about it, and then I came, and then I like Coach said, so it just worked out well.
So you and Christian are like a dynamic duo?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like the whole team, we could really come together and just
So what are some personal goals you have for this season?
win bowling on the beach, basically win every tournament that like we can as possible.
Okay. And what do you feel like you do best on the court?
IQ and court vision as being a point guard.
So you be diamond?
Yeah, a lot.
What are some things you do outside of basketball?
Be with my friends, train, practice. Other than that, really just in the gym for real.
And what was your favorite moment at an NGS tournament, whether it was buzzer beater, scoring 50?
When we played Georgia Stars.
What happened?
It was a close game. It was one of my best games at NGS tournaments. When we played, we had energy before, so we knew it was gonna be a tough game, but we came out with the dub and it was fun.
Always feels good beating the shoe team, huh?
Yeah.
And what is one thing you will ever want to know about you?
My court vision is very high, like IQ is high.
How did the name Triangle Offense come to you?
Well, Triangle Offense has been a moniker of mine for years, actually. 2010, I started a company. It was more like an umbrella company, me and a few of my friends. And what we would do, it was basically like, okay, you start a company, I start a company, and we put it under this umbrella company. We feed off of each other. So Triangle Offense it's actually my Instagram, Twitter name. I've carried that name for years. I have businesses that are in that name. I have trucking companies that's in that name. So it's sort of something that's not necessarily, I can say, centered around basketball, but I'm basketball minded. I grew up around the Phil Jackson era of Michael Jordan, so that's where it comes from. But it wasn't, when I started it, had anything to do with basketball. It was more about that triangle with this is at the top and we work together to get there to that peak. So it was a triangle offense in a sense. So that's how it started.
What are your expectations for this year?
My expectation for us is to continue to get better as a program and actually get bigger. Last season, we had a little bit of success. We played in some pretty fairly competitive tournaments. This year, we're going to take it a step further, per se. I like the development the guys are getting. All of them are going to trainers and getting the kind of the skills that they're going to need to actually play high school ball next year. My goal for them is not to play freshman ball next year. I want them on a varsity roster and continue to develop into what they need to be for us getting to the next step. And that next step is definitely Division I basketball.
Athletes, and I'm here with
Christian Wofford.
Tell me your story, how you found the team.
I wasn't playing for an AAU team, and the coach contacted my dad, and I went to a few practices, and I played a tournament with them, and we just found a team, and I just liked it and been playing ever since.
So why have you stayed for so long?
It was a good coaching, it was a good team, and they tried to make me the best player.
I don't blame you. You're on one of the top independent programs in Georgia. So what are your expectations going into this year?
I expect to win a lot of tournaments, get better as a team, and create a bond with the coaches and team.
What are y'all going to do in practice to get better as a team and win these games?
Give 100% and work as hard as we can.
What are some personal goals you have for your AAU season this year?
To get everybody involved in my team, to really get a name for myself and stand out.
I think you've already been building a name over the past few years at these NGS tournaments. What do you feel like you do best on the court?
I can really get boards and attack the basket very well.
Your coach has a lot of confidence in y'all, saying y'all are bucket getters. Do you think you're the best bucket getter on the team?
Yeah,
You and Tyler go head for that?
all the time, yeah.
What are some things you do outside of basketball?
I go to training and I just play the game, really.
Okay. And think about all the times at NGS moments. I know you've been having 30 every now and then. What is your favorite moment from an NGS tournament, and which event did it come from? Hoop Fest, Rumble in the Peach State?
I think it was last summer we played against ECP in the close game. I don't remember which tournament it was, but we were just going back and forth the whole game, and we got a 10-point lead and we beat them. We came back and beat them.
What is one thing you want everyone to know about you?
I can do anything.
The athletes, and I'm here with.
Garrett Felix. I play for Triangle Offense. I'm class of 2027.
So, how does it feel to be on one of the best independent teams in Georgia?
It feels great. We get work every day, and we just do our thing.
How did you find the Triangle Offense, and why have you stayed for so long?
We started in 5th, 6th grade, and I just stayed for a while because it's a good group of guys, and we all get work here.
What are some things that bring y'all closer together as a team, being an independent team?
Our personality the most, but all of our traits put together makes us better. That's why I like to stay together.
So everybody knows their roles?
Yes.
What expectations do you have going into this year for AAU?
To be the best team there is.
Y'all want to knock off a lot of shoe teams, right?
Yes, sir.
I believe y'all could do it. What are some personal goals you have?
To be one of the best bigs in Georgia.
Okay. And what are some things you do in practice to try to get to being one of the best bigs in Georgia?
Showing my dominance and showing why I'm the best big all the time.
What do you feel like you do best and worst on the court?
Worst is probably my shooting, but the best thing is probably my finishing and my defense.
Okay. What are some things you do outside of basketball when you're not training or you're not playing?
Definitely video games, but I also like to watch Netflix.
Your favorite moment at an NGS tournament?
When we won the championship a while ago.
Do you know
last season?
And what is one thing you want everyone to know about you?
That I'm one of the best.
Athletes, and I'm here with.
Gerard Moe.
If there's one thing you could let everybody know about your team this year, what would it be?
One thing I'll let everybody know about my team this year is we're definitely going to compete. We're definitely going to be taking some big steps this year into being one of the top 2027 teams in Georgia this year.
I'm here with.
Chase Moon.
Y'all are one of the best independent teams in the state of Georgia. So how does that feel playing on one of the best independent teams?
It feels good. I like the dads, the coaching staff. I like the way we just play. We get to play how we want, and the coaches are just there for us when we need them. So.
How did you start off with Triangle Offense?
We started off as a non-known program, and we just kept building up. Just kept building, and then now more people are getting to know us and know our name and stuff like that.
So you've been there since the roots?
Yeah.
Why have you stayed for so long?
I stayed because I always trusted. I like my teammates. They always look out for me. They give me the ball. We just play as a team. We work together, pretty much.
What are your expectations going into this year with your team?
I actually want to win some out-of-state tournaments with my team.
What are one of your favorite moments at an NGS tournament or your favorite event in general, like Hoop Fest or Rumble in the Peach State or Who Got Next, Hardwood Classic?
Just seeing how many people come to compete at the tournament.
What do you feel like you do best on the court?
I feel like my finishing is great. I can knock down the mid-range if I need to.
And what are some things you do outside of basketball when you're not getting buckets on the court?
I play 2K. I'm just a chill person, so I'll go out with teammates and stuff like that. I'll go out with friends.
What are some personal goals you have for this year?
I want to keep building on my shot, just make my teammates better.
All right, and what is one thing you want everyone to know about you?
I'm a bucket and I'm coming, bro.
What tournaments do you believe provided the most competition exposure for them?
Definitely NGS. They had some really good funk. I've been knowing the directors over there for a while. Just amazing. I've been dealing with them probably since like 2010, 2011, and just to see exactly how far they've gotten beyond that, and to see the amount of competitive teams that are in these tournaments these days is quite remarkable. I would say the Battle of Magic City, the Balling on the Beach, those are some pretty good competitive tournaments that we plan to be a part of this year as well.
So those, what NGS tournaments are you looking forward to this season?
We got next. Definitely we got next. I think that's the first one. I think it's going to be a lot of people that come out into the city and try to, basically you lay your stamp there. You lay your flag down and say, hey, this is what we got. And so that'll be an opportunity to see a lot of these teams. So I look forward to that tournament. I also look forward to the Showcase of Champions tournament, which is mostly like their nationals. And that kind of brings out a lot of the competition and a lot of the boys as well.
So you sort of got into it earlier, but what are some players on this team we should be looking out for?
First and foremost, I think G. Felix. I think he's destined to have a great season this season. 6'4" kid, just still scratching the surface as a basketball player. He just started playing basketball 2 to 3 years ago, but he has it. He has it. He just has to. It's all up to G. Once he gets that motor going and gets his self-determined, he can be whatever he wants to be. Tyler Barnes is a legit scorer. I just watched him last night play, and he scored 38 against Couch. Had a remarkable game. He's a kid that he's a streaky shooter, but he can get to any spot on the court that he needs to because he's determined. I would say Chase Mohan is another kid that's very athletic, wing, jumps out the gym. Jahari Hatter, a stretch 4 guy who can put the ball on put the ball on the ground and get to his spots, can shoot it very well. Kurt Curry, again, a kid that's close to South Carolina, in the country out there, man, but he can really light it up. He's one of our centerpieces on this team, and we look forward to him. And you also have Kristen. Kristen is one of the kids. I really like Kristen. He brings a great attitude to the team and does a lot of the dirty work for us in that aspect.
Yeah. What do you want people to know about this team this year?
I want them to know that, hey, don't oversight us. We are a non-shoe team, but I feel like we're a very competitive team, and we can play with anybody in this state. I think we showed that last year, and it's just a matter of time before these kids develop into where we want them to be. No, we're going to play hard. They're going to get the right teaching, the right lessons, everything they need on and off the court to be successful. So that's what I would like everyone to know.